Fall 1950. Lynda Bird in plaid dresses and denim and school satchel, going to school at Johnson City, and here we are having fun at the West Ranch. The house in the background, the swimming pool, the hill country, the stone fences that wander over hill and dale. There's Lynda and Neta, Louise, and Carolyn and Kellam on top of a cliff. The old picturesque live oak trees, the canyons, and there's water in them, the most glorious sight that any rancher ever sees, and the sycamores, the cottonwoods on the side. And there's a canyon that was one of my favorite walking places. The Wesley West white-faced herefords. This is their foreman's house, Malcolm Hepington. It's over 100 years old. Some old settler began life here a long time ago. The Wests have done it over into a very comfortable spot for Malcolm and his family. And there's Malcolm. There's Congressman Jake Pickle. Only then, oh goodness, in 1950, I'm not sure what he and Sugar were doing, but they had been our good friends already for many years. And there is a much younger Mrs. LBJ. And there's Mr. Carter, caretaker of the West Ranch, and a swimming pool with some happy children in it. Mary Rather, young and full of life, sitting by the swimming pool. Such good times we had there. Daddy, Lyndon and Mary. Before we had our ranch, we were frequent visitors at the West Ranch. Could it be that an idea was already germinating in our minds? The hill country, land of caliche and limestone. There's Jesse Kellam. And land of gray-green mesquite and live oak and cedars. Lucy. Some of the temple bells that Neva had hung. A 3-year-old Lucy and a 6-year-old Lynda. This fall, Lynda Bird was in, I believe, the first grade at Mrs. Hubrick's in Austin, and we would come out for a weekend at the ranch. Perhaps in his heart, Lyndon was already planning to return home. But in 1950, we were only guests in the hill country. There's Zephyr and Helen. And Neva, the hostess of this lovely place. And there's Evie Symington. One weekend, she and Stu came down for a good visit. And amusingly enough, in the course of it, there's Stu. In the course of it, we drove over to the house at Stonewall where Lyndon's aunt, that go the deer. We drove over where Lyndon's aunt, Mrs. Frank Martin, had the old house in which she lived for 50 years. I did not know at that time it would ever be a part of our life. Look at the lovely hill country and the water in the creeks, the happiest of all sights. Picturesque country. And nothing prettier than a white-faced hereford, especially if they're big in the back and don't have much of a white streak, only across the shoulders, not down the back. There I am, climbing a picturesque rock formation, and there's Big Deal with Lyndon. He was the West pilot. Evie, Lyndon, Stu, Big Deal. how the wind did blow. One of my favorite canyons. Once I went on a long half-a-day walk down it, complete with adventures of rattlesnakes and rock formations. Oh, there is the old family cemetery, Lyndon's family cemetery at Stonewall. This was made on the trip that Evie and Stu and I made to see Aunt Frank. And here we are, evidently saying goodbye to Neva. The sun was always with us, and so was the wind. Behind us is the lake where there was a boat and fishing, and there's Dempsey's good food. And always smiling people to serve it to you. That weekend was full of adventures, one with a polecat who got under the floor of the house and kept us company, shooting skeet. Neva, Stu. And there goes the N27W, the West Plain, taking them home.